Did you know that not all snorkeling masks can be used for scuba diving? I know they look so similar, and yet there are some essential differences that will make diving dangerous with the wrong mask. And no, you cannot dive with goggles. We'll see that later. If you're not sure how to pick your very first scuba mask, let me show you some few tricks to find the perfect one for you. To pick a scuba mask, we need to pay attention mainly to three things. I will leave you the link to my 3 favorite scuba masks and what is their advantage in the description. These are the safety aspects that you have to take into account when picking your mask. The first one, and this is super important, is that the glass is tempered. You can see it here. Snorkel masks are generally made of cheaper materials such as rubber and often have plastic lenses, which are of course totally fine for shallow water use. Dive masks have to properly function also under pressure and undergo rigorous testing to ensure their function at depth. They are made of higher quality materials such as silicone, which is more pliable than rubber and form a better face seal. Why is tempered glass now so important? Well, tempered glass is heat treated, making it first of all more resistant, and if it breaks, it disintegrates into small pieces, so it's much less likely to harm your face and your eyes than any other material. The second important thing is to check that it fits your face. The easiest way to test for it is to take the mask, gently push it on your face, and without wearing the strap, of course, create under pressure by inhaling with your nose, like this. If you feel any air coming in from the sides, it signals us that we would have leaks when being underwater, so we need to choose another mask. If you don't have any air coming in, then you're good to go. When doing this test, it's also essential that you remember to pull out really good all the hair that could be trapped in the mask. Why can I not dive with goggles now? I said that in the beginning and I have to repeat this. Don't dive with goggles. Maybe you already experienced an under pressure in the goggles when swimming to the bottom of a swimming pool. Now imagine how that would feel like if instead of 2 or 3 meters you dive down to 20. The vacuum would cause the blood vessel of your eyes to explode. Because I don't want to traumatize anyone, I will avoid showing you a picture of it right now, but in case you're not planning to eat soon, feel free to Google images for mask barotrauma and see what happens if you don't allow this pressure to be equalized. Well, I think I made my point for the next important thing for you to keep in mind when choosing a mask. You need a connection with the nose, always here. And you may already have seen this nose pocket, which is also made of silicone. When diving, we need to equalize not only the pressure in our mask, but also in our ears. And to do that, we need to be able to pinch our nose. So you can directly exclude all masks that don't allow you to squeeze your nostril to it like there was no tomorrow. Now let's come to the functional and aesthetic aspects of the mask. If you're a freediver, you probably want to have less air going wasted into your mask, so you will rather go for a smaller mask volume, like you can see here. It's really tiny. Low volumes are making the clearing and sometimes also the equalizing easier also for scuba divers. For example, this old version of the samurai mask, I used it since when I'm 8 and I'm still using it, and it's still fitting my face pretty well since 20 years. My god, I love quality. A high volume mask will give you a feeling of openness and leave you a broader visual, while also being more forgiving of small amount of water leaks. So it will reduce also the frequency of clearing. Like for example, this one, it's already a bit bigger. Still pretty small. Some divers reported high volume masks to be more comfortable for longer dives than low volume masks. The number of lenses can also play a role in your decision. While low volume masks have 2 lenses, always, like here, 1 and 2, a single lens can ensure a wide and uninterrupted view, like for example this one. last but not least, we can have mask with transparent silicone and mask with black silicone. This outer part of the mask is called mask skirt and can be made of cleared or colored silicone. The advantages of a clear mask skirt like this one is that they let more light through the mask compared to black skirts. Black skirts, however, reduce glare and remove any potential distraction from surrounding movement or light patterns. And I personally prefer black skirts, as you can notice, for the very simple reason that during the dive some mucus can run out of your nose and gets collected in the nose pocket, and I definitely don't want to see that on pictures. All masks usually come in with a silicone strap, like this one for example, but you can always decide to change it for a neoprene one. Check out this video to find out reasons why you would want to do that. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube, on Instagram and on TikTok for more content.